Okay, so good night, everyone. My name is Mauricio Burton. Today, I'm excited to share my analysis of Eudora Welty's short story, Why I Live at the PO. This story is not only humorous but also deeply insightful, exploring family relationships, identity, and the quest for independence. Let's get started. So, my abstract overview. Here's a quick overview of the story and what we'll be covering. Why I Live at the PO tells the story of Sister, a young woman who moves into the local post office to escape her chaotic family. At first glance, it's a funny story, but it also dives into themes like family tension, independence, and the complexity of relationships. Through Sister's sharp narration, Eudora Welty uses humor and character development to highlight the struggles of personal freedom and self determination. My analysis focuses on these elements to reveal the deeper meaning behind the story. So, with the introduction, Eudora Welty is one of the most celebrated writers of the American South, known for capturing the subtleties of human relationships and Southern culture. This story, set in 1940s Mississippi, follows Sister as she decides to leave her family and live at the post office. Her decision may seem comical, but it's actually an act of rebellion against societal and family expectations. Welty uses Sister's witty but slightly exaggerated narration to show the absurdity and complexity of family life. One key question I'll explore is how the story uses humor to address serious themes like identity and independence. So, with my themes and analysis, let's take a closer look at the story's main themes. The first theme is family dynamics. Sister's conflict with her younger sister, Stella Rondo, drives much of the story. Their rivalry is fueled by manipulation and misunderstandings, while other family members, like their passive mother and traditional grandfather, add to the tension. The second theme is independence versus societal expectations, set in the 1940s, when women were largely expected to conform to traditional roles. Sister's decision to leave at the post office symbolizes a bold move towards autonomy. However, it also shows the emotional cost of breaking free from these constraints. Now for the character dynamics. So let's take a closer look at the key characters in the story. Sister is our narrator, and her humor makes the story engaging and entertaining. But as much as she uses humor to criticize her family, it also hides her loneliness and frustration. Then there's Stella Rondo, her manipulative younger sister. She often turns the family against Sister, which only deepens their rivalry. Other family members contribute to the dysfunction. Mama avoids taking sides, Papa Daddy represents strict, old fashioned values, and Uncle Rondo's eccentric behavior adds to the chaos. Together, these characters create an environment that pushes Sister to leave. Now, with the setting and a certain identity, the setting plays a big role in shaping this story. It is set in a small Mississippi town, which reflects the cultural and societal expectations of the American South. Women at the time were expected to fulfill traditional roles like homemakers or caregivers. Sister's choice to live at the post office goes against these norms, making her decision a statement of independence. The post office itself is symbolic. It's a neutral space where Sister can claim her freedom while staying connected to the community. It shows her determination to create a life of her own or on her own terms. Moving along to humor and pathos. So Eudora Welty balances humor and emotional depth beautifully in the story. The humor comes from the exaggerated family dynamics, like Uncle Rondo's quirks and Stella Rondo's manipulative behavior. Even the idea of living in a post office is funny in itself. But beneath the humor is Sister's emotional struggle. She feels misunderstood and isolated by her family, and her sarcasm is a way of coping with that pain. This blend This blend of comedy and sadness makes the story relatable and memorable. To conclude, in conclusion, Why I Live at the PO is more than just a funny story. It's a powerful exploration of family, identity, and independence. Sister's decision to leave her family reflects a universal struggle for autonomy, but it also shows the emotional cost of breaking away from societal familial expectations. Eudora Welty's ability to mix humor with deeper emotional themes makes the story timeless. It's a reminder that even in moments of absurdity, there are profound lessons about human relationships and the search for self identity. So, thank you for listening. That's my presentation on Eudora Welty's Why I Live at the PO. And I would just like to say thank you for a good semester, Professor, and good night.